Check out our friends at Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery in the beautiful hill country just down the road in Spicewood.
Go there for cocktails, live music, and fun times. Plus, grab a bottle to go.
They're family and dog friendly with 15 acres of games and hill country views, award-winning craft spirits. They have it all.
Bring your pack. It's a really cool vibe. There's something for everyone.
Ask for Iron Wolf at local bars and restaurants. Check them out online and social media.
Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery, bold spirits, Texas attitude.
You're listening to CobraCast.
The cobra injects deadly venom through its fangs, like toxins through a pair of hypodermics.
This is the CobraCast, and here's your host, Bobby Sharron.
Here it is, part 2, Bull.
Part 2. Finally, we made
Part
it.
2. We made it.
We had a stubborn.
We had a stubborn internet last night. Anyways, please welcome to number 449, the episode number 449 of the CobraCast podcast with me, an undesignated driver tonight. We already started drinking, people, so.
We are drinking a $60 bottle
Yeah,
of
we're
wine.
we're drinking wine tonight. We're drinking the Coppola wine. Might have a shot of the old Iron Wolf later on, how you doing, man?
Well, I can't complain.
Hey, first off, before I'm going to interrupt you, thank you so much for coming back up here after last night.
No, don't you worry. I totally understand. Yesterday, I apologize that we couldn't do the live interview or the live podcast because we have some troubles with the internet, but we are back.
It was a modem problem, and like I was telling you before, I went on Amazon last night and ordered this modem / router thingy that I needed, and it was sitting on my doorstep at 6 o'clock this morning.
That's crazy, man. Well,
let me tell you something, man. That's dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
If you're like one of those kind of guys on a Saturday night, like you're kind of just kicking back, I think I'm going to order something here and have it now.
There is a psychological issue right now related with Amazon, like a compulsive Amazon buying, because everything looks cool and in kind of a good price, and you have it in less than 12 hours sometimes in your home, so people are buying compulsive. And there is a kind of psychological issues or something like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, it's dangerous. That's why I say it's dangerous, because like, you can order something. Usually, man, you order something from another place, and it's like a week or two before you get it. Amazon, overnight, same day.
Well,
and the crazy thing is, they're building an Amazon distribution center like right next to my subdivision.
I saw it.
You saw it?
Well, with Amazon now, they should be paying us for this. But anyway,
no kidding, no shit.
When we did the second video, we will talk about that later. Veil is like Blade Runner video, a futuristic video. So we were looking for like cyberpunk and steampunk weapons. So literally, I put it on Amazon, and they show up there. So 24 hours later, I have a bunch of weapons, like obviously toys, cyberpunk and steampunk for the video. It's crazy. You can find absolute everything.
Everything's on there now. Between YouTube and Amazon, your life is complete.
Well,
and that's all you need. Oh, cheers, man.
Cheers. I love this wine, man. But we can have a part third.
Part 3?
Or 3, yeah. Part 3.
Yeah, it's for my Coppola wine membership that I get like once every 3 months. And I know you're a wine guy, so that's why I wanted to bring out the wine tonight. So
I'm from Spain.
I know.
The next time I will bring a bottle from Spain. I love wine.
What's that? They have, what is it, Tempranillo? Is that what
we
it's
have?
called?
Tempranillo, we have Rioja.
Yeah.
We have a place called Toro, like Bull. Toro is a small town that they have a great wine. It's very strong, very bold, and it's kind of difficult to find here in Austin, but I found it in a couple of places. And it's a very rich wine. The Spanish wines are very strong because we eat strong food, red meat and raw meat and strong cheese. So that's the kind of wine that we drink too.
Nice.
We are strong people.
Strong like bull. Have you ever gone on the wine tours?
What, in Fredericksburg?
Yeah, they have like Fredericksburg. They have wine tours in like a Marble Falls.
I was in Fredericksburg a couple of times. I had a great time, but I'm not extremely fan of I don't want to say this, but I have to.
Okay,
because it means I love Texas so much, but the wine is not good.
Really?
I'm not very fan of California.
Yeah.
But the wine in California is good.
It's funny because Texas wines are really kind of like winning a lot of awards these days. I don't know.
Means I think it's fermentation could be the means and don't get me wrong. I love 99% of the things in Texas. I'm super Texas fan of mostly everything.
Right.
But wine is not my favorite things here.
Wow.
Speaking honestly,
well, that's cool.
And I'm not
That's
very
no
fan
problem.
of California. I was living there 1 year, and means. I still love a lot of things in California, but it's not a place that I will come back for living. And but the wine is good.
Yeah. A lot of distilleries here, though.
Oh, yeah.
Big times. I mean, you've been out to Iron Wolf a bunch of times.
I like Texas whiskey. That's
Texas whiskey's a big thing now. You know, I think Iron Wolf won a major award for their bourbon recently.
Well, the bourbon that they have, I mean, the place is amazing. I'm not telling this because it's sponsored.
Yeah. You've been
podcast.
out there before.
I was there 3 or 4 times. I was very impressed of the venue and the open land and the whiskey. And then there are good people. They treat you very well. They make you feel that you are at home. So that's the thing that when you go into a bar, you're looking for like your second home. And the bourbon is badass. And I'm a straight talker. I'm an honest guy.
Oh,
so
no,
I'm
you
not
are.
saying this because is your sponsor.
We've drank up there together, so I mean,
I drank a lot there, so that's because I like it.
They have those mixed drinks up there, boy. I'll tell you what. Every time I go up there, I got to watch out what I'm doing. I'm like, man, this is too much. Because I have a long drive. It's like an hour and 15 from here, you know.
And I love since the people call me the Bull, and my band is the Búfalos. I love the Iron Wolf. They have the wolf as a pet. They have a wolf.
They actually do have one. I've never seen it in person.
And that Texas attitude, I like that pride.
Yeah.
I really like it, and I had a great time there.
Yeah, and they're building the place up. When you go up there now, next time you go up there, check it out because they're building stuff. They're building buildings all over on that property. They're building another distillery building. They're building like a live music venue. Well, it is a live music venue, but like sort of like an outdoor stage, like a big amphitheater kind of a thing.
Yeah.
They're doing all sorts of stuff out there.
So what about now there with the live music? Because the last time that I was there, it was more like acoustic, Americana, folk, like a more family.
Yeah, they're still having stuff out there. I think AJ Vallejo's playing out there with Brody Lane this weekend. So they're not like a hard rock metal kind of a thing. That's never going to happen out there.
We need to make a biker night, an Iron Wolf.
Yeah.
With Bullens, Búfalos, and another 3 bands like Snake, Skin Prison, 333.
I'll talk to Glenda about it.
And we do a biker night, and we will have fun and rocking out.
Yeah, it's a real cool place, and they're expanding like crazy out there. So
that is fantastic.
Yeah, big time. Hey, so let me ask you something. I saw you, man. Besides last night, I saw you. God, was it like a year and a half, 2 years ago or something? It feels over at Iron Wolf. I saw you.
But I saw you in Iron Wolf,
Yeah, Iron Wolf a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, you were with 333.
So for the pandemic, were you here or did you go back to Spain? Because I know some people that kind of just took off like for their homeland, like up to Canada or down into Mexico or whatever. So you stayed here, right?
I stayed the whole time here. So, and I have a very nice house in Spain that belongs to my family from generations. Means it's like a 700 years old house.
Right.
And it's between 2 rivers. So nobody is living there. My brother is living in the capital of Asturias. My father is living in another state. My mother is living in another state. So the house is totally empty. And It's freaking awesome, the house.
Yeah.
So my father was telling me, why you come back home? So I was thinking maybe this is going to be over in a couple of months and I need to be ready.
Right.
So I didn't want to go there and get cold. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, in those times, Europe and United States, you couldn't fly. So I decided to stay. Here. So it was tough, but at the same time, it was very productive.
Yeah.
So it was sweet and sour.
Well, you probably wouldn't be able to get a flight back anyways.
Correct. That's the problem. If I go there, I couldn't come. It means I have an artist visa called. Doesn't mean that I am, but it's called Extraordinary Abilities in the Art of Music, which allow me to be working in the United States as a musician. But it's not a green card. That we are applying for the green card right now. And if you are not a green card holder, you cannot get in back. It means you can stay and working. That's what I was doing. I was writing songs, sending to the Mayans. I was busy all the time, working in my music, but I wasn't playing.
I mean, how long have you been here for?
I came to Austin 2014. So I was working in my visa in those days, having meetings, doing interviews, talking with my lawyers, and then I came back again when my visa was approved on 2015. So I started working on 2015. I started playing and working in 2015 once my visa was approved. I went to Spain and I was waiting for the answer for the immigration, and then I came back.
So you're gonna start? Are you gonna start trying to become a citizen, or?
No, the green card is not exactly the citizen. The green card is the permanent resident, which allows you to be here without renewing every 3 years your work visa and working in every field. But it's not the citizen. You need to be 5 years with the green card to apply for the citizen.
Oh, are you going to do that?
I don't know yet. Maybe yes. I love the country.
Well, you can do a dual thing, can't you?
Yeah, you can do dual. Yeah, I mean, means I don't want to lose my European.
Right.
So right now I'm with the artist visa, which is pretty good and allows me to work in the music business. But the green card is you don't have to renew it every 3 years, and you can be here permanent. And we are applying for that visa.
Yeah, I was wondering how that was working for you, because I know that you've been here for a hot minute. It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been working super.
I know
hard.
You've been all over the place, man. Did you do the NAMM thing?
I was playing on the NAMM theme in the last 2020.
Well, because I know NAMM just passed by, right?
Oh, no, I wasn't in the last one.
You were in the last one?
No, in 2022 this year. No, I wasn't.
Yeah, wasn't it? That was in Nashville, right?
I was in Nashville when it happened, but it's still being in the. They have there's Winter NAMM, that is the big one in LA, and they have the
Anaheim,
and they have the summer NAMM, the summer one on Nashville.
No, they used to what they did in the old days, because I went to the one, it was in Atlanta. Back in the 80s and 90s, they would have, of course, you had the big one in Anaheim. That was the big one. And then that was the winter show in January. Then in like June or July, they'd have the summer show, but it would be in different spots every year. So, but I think they settled on Memphis after a while, didn't they?
I'm not sure, man. I always thought it was in LA, but maybe it was in another place.
Well, I was wondering, because I know that they had a virtual one in January or something, but then I knew they just had one not too long ago. I was wondering if you went or not.
I was in the 2020. It was fantastic because Gibson had a new president, and he made a totally revolution with the Gibson brand, and they literally rented the third floor of the Anaheim, the convention center, and they have a huge stage, and Billy Gibbons was playing there as last, Don Fender, and Bull and the Búfalos.
Oh, nice.
So another band, Jackie Benson, was playing there too, so they invited me to go there and play on the main stage of Gibson. I'm hooked with them.
Yeah, right.
And it was fantastic because we were playing there a couple of times and meeting all these people in backstage. And so we had a great NAMM show in 2020. And a couple of months later,
it was all over.
Yeah. Pandemic started.
So then they canceled it and they did a virtual one. I think the newest one was in, like I said, in Nashville. So, so how's your Gibson thing working out?
Well, very good, man. I was,
I bet.
When I was 16, I really want a Gibson 335. So I was totally obsessed with Chuck Berry. And I was dreaming about 335 red wine.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but I didn't have the money to buy it. So
Of course, yeah. Expensive.
I was selling bonds, like bonds like like chorizo buns, like for breakfast,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's like colaches
Yeah.
in Spain. So we used to sell that for the high school trip at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to sell that to buy my guitar. So and the bass player bass and the snare for the drummer. So we were knocking the neighbor's door, offering those bonds for breakfast, telling them that was for the high school trip. So we were 16 years. So the neighbors thought that I'm from a very small town. So
Right.
everybody knows everybody. So the neighbors thought it was true. But when we have enough money, we took a bus and we went to the city to a music store.
Yeah.
So
Nothing wrong with that.
we didn't have the money for the real one, but I bought a Korean 335. That is not Gibson. We're beautiful.
Yeah.
So my father was very pissed off because my father was a banker, and then you were lying all the neighbors, telling that they are my clients. You're going now knocking every door, telling that sorry, blah blah blah. So and by the way, we signed a lot of checks on the store because we didn't have enough money to buy it. So it was my mother who said, no, if he has a debt, he has to pay for that debt.
Right.
It's his guitar. He was working for his guitar, and he had to pay it. So finally I did it. It cost me 1 year, but I paid the guitar, the bass, the drum and set and everything, and I still have that guitar. So now, 20 years later, I don't know how many, almost 30 years later, no, 20 years later, Gibson is sending me guitars.
Yeah.
Which I feel very proud about it. Like, I mean, I'm hooked with the Epiphone. I mean, they send me, but sometimes they send me Gibson too. And it's not only that, they're supporting me with every time that I have a music video. They hire me for the Anaheim show and the NAMM show. So it's working pretty well.
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Yep.
You still got that pretty red guitar?
I have the pretty red, of course.
I was going to ask you to bring that thing tonight, man. I fucking love that guitar.
And finally, they sent me a red wine guitar.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, because I think didn't you use that for the live album?
I used
that was like the first night they used that one, or
yes, they sent me that Epiphone Riviera with 3 P90s for the live album and 2 Gibson Thunderbird bass and a Fiber guitar, all of them red because I was asking for red guitars for the video. And I still have the Riviera and still playing with. I had a photo shooting with that guitar 1 week ago.
Oh, nice!
And it sounds killer.
I bet it does. I remember, because I was at that show.
It sounds better with other guitars than me, with other guitar players.
No, it's a great sounding guitar, but every time I see you, I talk about it. It's just a beautiful instrument. It's just gorgeous to look at,
And by the way, I saw your Camaro outside. And he has the same color.
It's it's a cherry red top coat. That's what that color is. That was one of the options on it.
It's fantastic, and I love Chevy. So
yeah, it's the first brand new car I ever bought.
That is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's
a fucking 4-cylinder. Don't hate me. It's a 4-cylinder. Hey, about these days with the gas prices.
You don't even tell me. I have a V8, a Chevy V8, and a truck. So with big wheels, so it takes a lot of gasoline. But goddamn it, it's cool and it's rock and roll. It sounds like a rock and roll.
Yeah, I heard you drive up, and I'm like, oh, Bull's here.
Yeah, everybody told me the same. I know when you come in because your truck is so loud. But it's not the truck; it's the engine. V8s are rock and roll is loud. V8 engines are loud, and big guitars are loud.
That's the thing. I had V8s my whole life. Every car I had a V8 in it, except for like one. And I said, you know what? I'm fucking almost 55 years old. It's a thing where, I don't need that big muscle car anymore, So I wanted to get a Camaro. I always wanted to have one of the newer ones. So I said, so I was looking through it. I was saying, 4-cylinder turbo, a 2.0 turbo. Let me go check it out. So I went and checked it out. That thing's quick.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's really quiet. It's like driving a Tesla. Have you ever driven a Tesla before?
I don't like Tesla.
Well, but it's like an electric car. It's very quiet. And it just, you press the gas, that thing just goes, and it's like a rocket. So I said, I'm in,
Well, I got it, but it's, at the end, turbo, they killed engines. They're pressed too much, the 4 cylinders and everything.
Yeah, but I don't drive it that quick anyways. I mean, I'm an old man driver now, so
I prefer V8. V8 is is the rambling.
I'm sure sometime, the Trans Am out there's got a V8.
I love it too.
Yeah, a V8 350 in it. It's got the pipe. It's got the the pipes on the back and everything. It's just, it's super loud, that car.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Speaking of rock and roll, what have you been up to, man? You got a new EP out and everything, and
well, I was busy, very busy in a good way. So I was recording the new songs.
Yeah.
The new EP, and then I was lucky that I get hooked with Paramore Group. That is my new management company, also my new record label. They have a label called Paramore Records.
Oh, nice.
So we got hooked in January. So Dean Sweat, that is my manager, we becomes to be very good friends. Mm-hmm. And also he believes he's a rock and roll. He's a rock and roller like you and me, old school rock and roller. He loves rock and roll. He loves his job, and he's a bona fide guy. And he believes in me. He believes in the music, and he believes in himself. So we hook up, we team up. And we launched the new EP with videos, campaigns, policies. So we just started, but we're doing pretty well.
So are you doing a video for each song?
Sorry?
Are you doing a video for each song?
We're doing a video for the first single, Dinero Primero. We already have filmed the second single. It's called This Veil. And we have the third song called One Life, One Chance. And we are thinking about and have a third video. Like old school, like one video, one single. So maybe we're going to launch 3 videos. For sure 2, and probably a third one.
That's the weird thing, though, because everybody these days is releasing singles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from what it looks like, everybody's doing a single and a video. Mm-hmm. And nothing wrong with that. It's a video world now. I've been telling people, I think what's going to happen, like maybe 5 years down the road, instead of people releasing audio singles, audio music, it's going to be a video. And that's just going to be it. You're not even going to be able to get audio anymore. It's because everybody's on their phone and they're looking at their phone like this, and they're just, mesmerized by their phone.
And videos is an extension of your song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So remember in the 80s, ZZ Top videos. This is one of my favorite bands ever.
Oh, me too. Big
ZZ Top. What about ZZ Top without the videos?
Yeah.
Means we're still a cool, fantastic blues rock, Texas blues rock band. Right. But the videos, it make the difference. It means all those videos with the Eliminator car and all the ZZ Top girls, the ZZ girls, and then all the means they are fantastic. So we're trying to recreate that cinematographic experience with our videos. So I'm not even playing or singing in the videos. I'm just acting. I won't say acting, but
having a good time.
Yeah, having a good time and that's doing something different. I don't want to say better or worse, but definitely is a cinematographic experience. We hired Stephen Collins in Lockhart, Texas. Mm-hmm. That he is doing a great job with the videos. So the first video is kind of 70s vibe. With all that, the tracks is from the 70s. My French jacket, my sideburns. The jail that we were filming are from the 70s. And the mobile home that I'm doing the goofy dancing is from the 70s. That's a 70s V-movie, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez style. And the second one is called This Veil. It's going to be out on mid of August. It is Blade Runner style.
Oh, nice.
But look like we recreate Austin 2127, for example, 100 years from now.
So it's going to be around that long? I don't know.
Probably no. But it's like
things are going.
It's like futuristic. Everything it looks like from the future. Mm-hmm. And I'm playing like a body hunter role, like Blade Runner. We have like 15 people on set. A lot of people came from extras and doing a fantastic job. And so part of the music video is filming Giddy Ups. So we want to say that Giddy Ups probably in 100 years is the only place that still stand. And Broken Spoke.
Broken Spoke, that probably is going to be the last one. Or Saxon Pub's probably going to be one of the
Saxon
last
Pub,
ones.
Continental Club, Saxon Pub. I love Giddy Ups. I love Nancy. And I call her. And she's fighting with cancer right now, but she's winning. She's a strong, stubborn woman. Texas stubborn woman. And I love her. And they say, hey, can I use Giddy Ass for my second video? Yeah, of course, man. She always treat me pretty well, and she always support not only me, everyone.
Yeah.
A lot of music talent in this city.
Killer, man.
Yeah, so it's gonna be badass.
Anything with you is going to be badass.
Well,
it's like,
thank you.
I mean, you're one of those guys. It's just, I mean, you're not from America, but like, you love the American culture. You love Elvis. You love Graceland. I mean, it's like, you're up my alley. You know what I mean? And you're just embracing everything, which is really cool. And you're excited about it. You know what I mean? You're not jaded to the point where, okay, I grew up here and I'm bored with it, and I've been in Austin my whole life, and the music scene sucks, and everything's the same all the time, and you come here and you got a great attitude, you love fucking rock and roll. I mean, you're the nicest guy on the planet. You know what I mean?
Well, means thank you.
Yeah. I know it's kind of rambling on there, but I'm not rambling. But I mean, when I think about you, that's what I think about, because you're like very enthusiastic about everything.
Well,
because a lot of it's new to you.
Yeah, that's it. And I love the town that I was born. If I can ask whether to born again 1,000 times, I will ask to born again in my town.
Yeah.
Cangas and Arthea Studios. And I love my culture. It's a very deep and a lot of history in my culture that we can talk about later.
Yeah.
But I was very attached for American culture. And when I say American culture, I'm talking about the music first, the rock and roll from the 50s.
Time, yeah.
The hot rods, the cars, the bikes, the movies, like deep attached. So
kind of like the 50s kind of stuff?
My first contact with the rock and roll was the 50s.
50s? Yeah, with Elvis and Jerry Lee Lewis. And
Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard,
yeah.
Eddie Cochran, Jim Beams, and all those guys. I was totally into and the look and everything. I still have my pompadour. So I was and I had posters like you have here on my room. So when I took it's a very difficult step to leave your home, your culture, your family, your language, and starting from zero, literally from zero. I came to this country with a guitar, $3,000 in my pocket, and a suitcase and nothing. And I was applying for the visa, and I did everything by the book. Means I get the visa and start working.
Mm-hmm.
I came with a lot of respect and love for the country, so I want to do the things right.
Right, yeah.
And I'm still excited about America. I love America. I love the country so much, and I love Texas and Austin. And I don't have time or energy to complain.
Yeah,
means
that's one thing about you that I noticed. You never complain about anything. And
I'm gonna open this one.
Is that one done?
That's one done.
Oh shit! You knocked that one out?
No, not me. You too.
Damn, I'm lucky I brought backup.
Okay, the $60 bottle part 2.
I don't know. That Pinot Noir is about $45, I think. I don't know.
No, doesn't care how much it costs.
It doesn't matter what it costs.
It's not about the money. It's about the timing. And
when Bull's in the house, we got to go all out. I don't get to see you that much, man. When I do, it's like we always have to have a drink together,
That's true.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
So, yeah, that's... I'm trying to... This country has so much talent, and you create something so big that is called rock and roll, because that's an American thing, and it's spread all around the world. And it's maybe the Americans, they don't know how big the rock and roll in your culture is out of America.
Yeah,
in Europe, in Africa, in every country. Big time. So you create something very good and very beautiful, and I want to be part of it. I don't want to copy. But I want to bring my culture too, for the reason I sing bilingual. And land and hang out with you and hang out with another musicians, learn from them. But I'm very picky with quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do, under my vision and under my opinion, good things. Maybe people think that what I do is not good enough or whatever, or they don't like it.
You just pick and choose what you want to do instead of,
Yes,
doing everything kind of a thing. I know what you're talking about.
And then I want to do the same with the videos, with the songs, with the photos, with the covers, and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let it breathe.
Let it breathe. Don't let it breathe for too long, though. Oh, yeah, because I noticed that. Because I mean, you're not one of the kind of guys in town that plays all the time. You kind of pick and choose your gigs, and and you want to I'm not saying you want the best gigs, but you want the gigs are going to be that are going to mean something. You know what I mean?
For me, playing live is a whole experience. It's the best.
Right.
It's the most thing that I enjoyed in life is playing live. So I respect every strategy that other bands have, and I like there are bands that are playing every night, so I can go there and enjoy their music because I enjoy their music a lot. But for me, I don't want to play every night. I just choose my battles, and every time that I play, I want to make a big party about it.
Yeah, you want to make it an event.
A big event, and sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't. You know, rock and roll sometimes is what it is. But at least I try it.
Yeah. But but I remember because when you made a big event out of your live album,
album
had a couple great bands with you, and actually no, you're recording the live album.
We recorded on 2018 and came out in 2020.
Was that 2018? Was it that long ago?
November 2019.
Holy moly, God!
But it came out in 2020. Yes, it came out when the pandemic started, so it killed all the promotion and killed everything. I was the first copies I had it for the Anaheim to the NAMM show.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I love Come On Take It Live. We were booked for a Saturday, and then there was a problem, double booked, so we have to switch to a Thursday, which it wasn't the best thing. You always want to play on Saturday.
Right.
But even like that, we have a lot of fun. We have people there. We have the album coming out and a lot of sponsors and 16 songs. And finally, we put 12 out. We didn't want to put the covers. We just put it all original. But we couldn't promote it.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Because once 2020 came rolling in, I mean, we did our January show, and right after that, it was like, I think like the beginning of March, everything started kind of closing up, and everybody was at home. I ended up doing a bunch of Zoom. I think we did a Zoom episode, didn't we?
We did a Zoom in winter.
Yeah, I can't remember when it was, but that's the last time I think we kind of were talking on here.
2020 or 2021.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly. I remember I have the fireplace.
That's right, you did. The whole thing was a blur that whole time because I mean I was just trying to survive up here doing this.
Yeah.
And so when it opened up, I slowly but surely started having guests again,
Yeah.
And then when I did, I caught COVID.
Oh yeah. When you got it?
Like 4 months ago maybe.
I got it on Christmas time in 2021.
Yeah, but I had all the shots and the booster and everything. So when I did get it, it was a thing where I kind of felt a little flu-y. That flu-y feeling right in the very, very beginning. I had that on a Sunday, and my girlfriend's, she works in medical, so we had a bunch of COVID tests. And I said, man, I think I'm going to take a test, and I took one. Boom, thing just popped right up positive. I said, well, let me take another brand of a test, Boom, positive. I'm like, shit. So so I was off of work for a week, but I felt okay. I wasn't, I wasn't.
I mean, some people get very sick, some people don't, but thank God is in the back mirror and we're moving forward.
Right.
And we are healthy, strong, and drinking. So that's the things that matters. So I think this breathed enough.
I think that's breathed enough there, Bull.
Well, you still have one?
Yeah, I got to.
All right.
Yeah, test that out. Let me know how that is.
Okay. Let me test it.
I'm bringing all the good stuff out tonight.
I'm going to move it a little bit.
You got to shake it up. Shake that wine up there. Shake them grapes.
And actually, it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. You're not lying,
different
are you?
than the other one.
Oh yeah, that's
it's a little more sweeter.
That's a cab.
Sweeter.
That's a Pinot.
The other one has more body, but this is pretty good too. This is more like a hanging out. The other one you can use it with cheese and ham and things like that.
Don't worry about all that cheese stuff.
In Spain is everything about eating and drinking.
Yeah.
So
it's like the Italians, the same way. Yeah, big time. Anyways, I said we play a song.
Oh yeah.
So this is off the new Búfalos. I hope I got that sort of right.
Perfect. Your accent is better than mine.
I highly doubt that one. Anyways, this one's called Fury. The EP is called Fury. Is anything behind that, or?
Well, unfortunately, we have that bullfighting things in Spain,
Oh,
but I
that's
don't
right.
like.
You don't like the bullfighting?
No, I hate they kill the animal, they
Oh,
torture,
yeah, you don't like-
and we make a party. And I'm embarrassed. I love my country in many ways.
Yeah.
And I would like to say that I'm a good ambassador about my country. Except of that, I love the animal, of course.
Right.
The spirit of the animal, and I understand the art between man versus beast, but I don't like when they kill it and all. It's a blood.
Yeah.
However, there is that's the bull that is on the cover. There is a kind of breeding. I don't say how to say that in English. A kind of type of bull that is only from Spain. That is a very brave and strong, and they have that furia. Is in Spanish. The name is furia. So I was locked when the bullfighting. They locked the bull during 2 or 3 days to make him angry and excited. So he's locked, and when they open the door of the arena,
He just goes nuts.
He jumps with all that fury.
Oh man!
So I was feeling like that when I was locked down because they didn't.
Yeah, I was thinking that might be what the fury thing was behind. Because I think a lot of people when they're releasing stuff now, it's not say it's angry, but it's like
I was locked.
Everybody's unleashed now, you know.
Yeah, it's like put all the fury outside.
So anyways, we got One Life, One Chance.
All right. So that was the first song that I wrote for this album or this EP, and it's curiously because one thing that beautiful that happened in this EP, I call my original guitar player from Spain. His name is Verdi.
Okay.
His name is Antonio. We call him Verdi. So we create Búfalos together in Madrid.
Okay.
And then he started playing in a different bands. I started doing Búfalos. But we always had a good friendship. He's from Asturias too. And he lost his father. So he was depressed a little bit with the pandemic. And so we were talking.
Yeah,
and I say, hey, man, what about if we write a couple of songs together just for fun? So,
yeah, there you go.
So what are you looking for? I'm looking for like a very heavy riff, slow dance, Gibson, the Spawn.
Yeah.
So he sent me a couple of them and say, man, what is the fury? I don't like this. I know I was about to give out. I know you have something better. And then he sent me that fucking badass riff. Dun, 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 dun. I said, that riff is badass. So I wrote the rest of the song, and he wrote part of the song too. I wrote all the lyrics, and the lyrics is talking about one life, one chance. I'm a man of God. I'm a believer. So I believe this one phrase that I say, God gave me the strength and gave me one life, so one chance.
Nice. Let's hit it.
Yeah. My own way. While you're praying, but I'm on your feet, getting down, rolling off your sled. I'm a lonely rider. I beat myself from the steel. God give me the strength, one life, one chance. I'm a lonely rider. I feel myself from the steel. God give me the strength, one life, one chance. I travel life with no
There it is.
Badass.
That's a killer song, man. I love the riff in that.
Yeah, he did a great job with that.
Hey, so who's in the band now?
Well, that's weird because I have a lot of people in the band. So
Because I know Skunk was playing with you for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Is he still with you, or?
Means I have a band in California, I have a band in Mexico, I have a band in Texas, and I have a band in Spain. So
Good Lord.
All of them are the Búfalos chapters. California chapter, Texas chapter.
Kind of like your own biker gangs,
Like
huh?
the biker gangs, the Mexican. So
Sons of Anarchy over here.
last time that I played in Spain, I played with the Spanish guys.
Okay.
When I go to California, I play with the Californian band. When I go to Mexico, that was touring 3 years, I use the Mexican band. Definitely in Texas, I use the Texas band.
So what do you do when you go on the road? Like I say, you're going to have a tour. Who are you going to take with you?
We didn't decide yet.
Kind of mix match them? Or?
Yes, we probably will do a mix. It just depends. First of all,
who's available.
That's right.
Yeah.
So these guys are, first of all, they are fantastic musicians, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
And they are pretty busy. Scan is playing in all around. Costamos too. Jonas the same. Means that we are very good friends. Means I talked with them. I talked with Jonas 2 days ago. With Costamos yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Skong was writing me about the video. He loved it. So the same with the Mexican guys and with the Spaniard and with the Californian. So I don't know yet. We are working on a tour. Which one we're gonna use?
Yeah.
When I say use, I say in a good way, in a bad way.
Put like a super band together.
A super band, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, these days it's all about schedules, man, because everybody's getting back into the the thick of things again.
Yeah,
getting out there playing and everything.
Yeah,
that was the weird thing because during the pandemic, you saw everybody had a YouTube show, a Facebook Live show, something going on. Playing online, in a tip jar or whatever. Now all that stuff's kind of gone away, and all us old guys are still here.
Yeah, it was weird. I was trying to avoid to do that. Means Gibson called me for they call it like Gibson at home or homemade music or something like that.
Yeah.
So I have to send in a couple of videos playing acoustic. One of them was here in Georgetown when I was camping at the lake, and another.
That's right. You were over there camping. I remember that.
Yeah. I love Georgetown.
Didn't you like live out there for like a month or something?
No, 5 months.
You were out there for 5 months?
I was skipping that story by the end, but I record this album.
Oh my God!
With a hand recorded on a picnic table on the Lake Georgetown Lake.
Wow!
That means during the pandemic, I was living.
Yeah.
Kind of leaving. I was like maybe 1 month, and then went to Memphis. Another month, then.
Yeah, because I remember you were talking to me about that. You were over Lake Georgetown, and you were like just camping or something. Or
my idea was
like
go there 15 days, like relaxing a little bit.
Yeah.
Means it was the only way to escape to being a lock. So being a camping and minimizing my expense. And
right.
I love camping. all my life I was. I have a off-roading expedition in Africa. So I was camping in the Sahara Desert. So I decided to go there, and I love it. So I decided to stand in my living. I don't know how to call it there. So then I start feeling very inspired about the music. So,
yeah.
So that's when I called these guys and I say, I have these lyrics and I have these riffs and I have these stories. So we start creating a demo. When I was in the literally camping with no water and no electricity, and then I have a hand recorded that I always carry with me with the batteries.
Right.
If I want to record a lyric or I don't know, maybe a melody, so I send in the Dinero Primero. There is no fun getting underpaid. I wouldn't with the hand recorder.
There you go.
So then the guy told me, "Bull, this sounds killer. Where did you record it?" But in a picnic table here at the camping.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds pretty real and vintage. So we were thinking just creating a demo with these songs.
Yeah.
So the things become to be, we call the bass player in LA. Hey guys, I have this. Can you make a bass line for this?
Yeah.
Or we send in a guitar and the vocal. Oh yeah, he put the the bass, and then the guitar player in Spain put the guitars, and then I put the hand-recorded vocals. And
so the vocals on the EP are a hand recorder?
I hand-recorded.
Get out of town.
I swear of my life. I swear of God.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
It is a hand-recorded.
I'll have to go back and like listen to it like really close and see if I can.
I never tell that before because I don't want to condition the people that listen there. But I'm telling after the people listen to music.
Yeah.
This was recorded with a hand recorder. Hand recorded with batteries.
I got one of those too, yeah.
And in a picnic table with no water and no electricity in Lake Yorktown.
What's do for water?
And this is the best part. We were working so hard. The guitar player and me, the bass player Bob Byers in California too. We have Dinero Primero. This is the main single, and the intro is just drumming and bass, boom, bass, boom, bass. And I said, I think we're missing something. Let me hit the lake with my canoe. I have a kayak, and see, and I have I have my hand recorded with me in the kayak, and I'm start humming. I said, wow, this is good. I have the headphones with the song.
Yeah, right.
I took the hand recorder and I record that do it in 2 minutes. And then a jet ski. And the paddling. So I sent it to my guy. I said, what do you think about this? Do you like it? I think it's killer, but I can hear you paddling and I can hear the jet skis.
That was one thing I was going to ask about because I was listening to it and I heard vroom go by and I'm like going.
We cut that part and I told him, take all the clean parts and put it with the effects. And we cut that part as a guitar. It's like a slide guitar.
Okay.
But what you just listened, the vocals are in a picnic table with a hand recorder. We went to the studio.
I never heard of anybody ever doing that.
We were talking, my manager and I and my publicist, and say I never had anyone that put an album out with a hand recorded and a laptop. And honestly, I'm a super analog guy. But I send this.
Stuff's coming back big time.
To Frenchy Smith. There is a great producer. He's a Grammy producer.
Oh, Frenchy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just did. He's worked with a bunch of people. I'm not sure if he did the Madame Radar stuff. I think he did.
He did Darkness. He did these guys. He did a famous. Means he's a Grammy.
Oh yeah.
So I sent him the material, and I didn't tell him how we recorded. And I trust his opinion. I say, Frenchy, what do you think about this? I said, Bull, you know how he talks. Bull, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Well, it sounds super raw and super real. Where do you record it? In a picnic table with a hand recorder in a laptop. And say, don't change anything, Bull. This has the magic. He said, I cannot do it better. Means it has the. He's a very honest guy and very. Yeah. This is real. This is rock and roll, and even I went to the studio and I record vocals, and we didn't have the same magic, so we decided to use the one that I had in the hand recorder.
You know what you need to do? Call the company of the maker of that digital recorder, and tell them your story. And
I have the digital recording on my hand recorder.
What I'm saying is...
And it's one shot.
What kind of recorder was it?
It's a Zoom.
Oh, Zoom? I probably got the same one.
I have a Zoom H2.
That's the one I got right here.
That's that one. That's a Zoom H2, man. And it sounds killer. And
I love this thing,
I have
man.
to look for and you can... Honestly, for me... probably this album is the one that I'm most proud about it because the way that we recorded during the pandemic in a picnic table, the guitar player mixed it and did an amazing job. The bass player too. So we were so proud about it, and for me this is rock and roll.
Yeah.
When the people ask you, what is rock and roll for you? For me, rock and roll is not go with $100,000 buy it and go to a studio and kill it. For me, rock and roll is kill it with hand recorded. In a laptop, in a picnic table, and sounds killer. Yeah. And is the attitude of don't give up, is the attitude of fighting for your dreams, is the attitude that we can do it.
You're sort of like going back into old school recording, back how they did in the 50s and 60s, back when they had 2 tracks and they upgraded to 4 tracks. I mean, Beatles recorded Sgt. Pepper's on a 4-track.
Yeah. Well, Robert Johnson, he recorded in San Antonio in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And it's 29 songs that last forever. Right. So the guitar player was insisting me, "Boy, Bull, we can't put this out like this." Why? It sounds killer, but yeah, I know. But I know we recorded like this way. They say that's the magic. And 1 week ago, he called me. He said, I was listening to record. It sounds very good.
Yeah, it sounds great.
And it's the magic, and we can't kill that vibe. It means that vibe came from the.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to recreate it, you're not gonna get the same magic off of it,
And it came out like that.
And I think with the pandemic, I mean, a lot of people, recorded records and songs like at their houses.
Yep.
Everybody was kind of phoning in tracks.
Another one?
No,
You're going slow, brother.
I got the bladder of a 5-year-old girl now, so I gotta, I'm trying to do this and try not to pee every 5 minutes. I'll let you enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it. I talk a lot.
That's good though,
and
that's good. Because
and when I'm drinking, I talk more. But I found one person that even talk more than me. This is my manager, Dean Sweat.
Should have brought him up here.
You can imagine. I talk a lot, but he is the king.
There's some people that come up here that I've known forever. I could just like sit here and fall asleep for 2 hours, and they like this for 2 hours. I love those kind of guests because it's like, a lot of times you have people that come up and they really just don't have much to say. You know what I mean? And it's you're trying to pull stuff out of them. You know what I mean? And it's tough sometimes.
But now it's time to please you because you are doing a great job with them.
I'm trying.
My manager asked me, what is this about? Because he's living in Wisconsin.
Okay.
He was living in LA during the good times of LA.
Right.
So they say, well, Bobby is a guy that he's supporting the local music forever. Mm-hmm. And that is a good thing, man. You were supporting these all the musicians because you love rock and roll.
Yeah.
And because you are part of this community. And that is a good thing, that you were inviting a lot of people to your home, to your studio.
Yeah.
Putting a glass of wine, talking about their
That's
album.
the whole thing. I try to make this like, and I say it on, not say every podcast, but a lot of them, that when I put this thing together, my goal was like having like 4 or 5 people around a bar table at a bar and just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just talking.
Yeah.
It's not like, people go, can you give me the questions you're going to ask me, for the interview? I'm like, dude, I don't do interviews. A lot of bullshit. We just kind of just going back. I ask some questions, but it's,
talking with friends.
Yeah, but people ask me questions. We just start talking about whatever, a lot of times it doesn't have to do with music. It's just stuff, but of course, when I started playing videos and playing music, it's like, I kind of try to roll that into the podcast. Not many podcasts really do that,
Oh, yeah.
This is a different kind of a thing.
But you have 449?
Yeah. I got 450 coming up on Thursday.
Cheers for that.
Thank
Cheers
you.
For you.
And we're going to be,
roll.
I guess I can announce it. We're going to be doing episode number 500 over at Hanover's in November.
Oh, Hanover's in Pflugerville?
Yes. So we're going to do the Penny Rock production guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing the Bloody and Bruised, the backroom story thing, documentary. They're going to film the whole thing.
That's going to be badass.
We're going to cater it. It's
because you have even concerts and festivals for your birthday bash.
Yeah, with the birthday bash thing, yeah.
And that's badass.
But we wanted to do something really special for the 500th episode. So
of course.
Hopefully that's going to hit. I got it planned out where it's going to hit in November. So we're not going to be able to do that one live. We're going to actually, tape it and then release it.
Okay.
So
that sounds good.
We're going to do like a kind of like a Tonight Show kind of a thing where I'll be like at a sort of kind of a desk, and then we're going to bring people out, for like maybe 5, 6, 7 minute segments.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
So
sense,
then we'll have like 5 or 6 of us out there at the end, and we'll all just start talking or whatever.
Count with me if you need me.
Yeah, definitely, man. Come on up. So So anyways, we're planning out for that, but it's been a great thing, and you've been on it. I don't know. Couple 2-3 times already.
I think this is the third time.
Third time, yeah.
But with 333, the rock band, sometimes I was Iron Wolf, and you having a podcast with them, and I haven't
seen those guys in a while.
I was sneaking in the, podcast too. Yeah, I didn't see them in a while too.
Yeah, they haven't been up here in a long time. I think the last time I did an episode with them was probably over at Iron Wolf.
Mm-hmm. I remember
I think it was for Tony's birthday, his 50th birthday, and I think we had episode 333 at that point too. That was the last time I've done anything with him.
That was a beautiful thing, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And actually, I was talking to Glenda the other day from Iron Wolf, and she was like, "You can come back out and do another episode if you want." So I think when it starts warming up, no, it's warm up now, but it's a little cooler out.
Don't bring that whiskey, the Iron Wolf whiskey. I love it, but I remember when you put those ghost pepper.
Oh, I still got some of that.
It wasn't ghost pepper.
No,
it was
Carolina Reapers. That's what those plants are right there.
Jesus Christ! If you are listening this,
I still got that. I still some have that bottle left.
Bobby Sharron showed up in Mesa Recording Studios. We were working there. 333 was recording the album, and he showed up with the Iron Wolf bourbon, which is a great bourbon, and he put some Carolina Reapers. Carolina Reapers. This is probably the most spicy thing in the world. And I was living in Mexico, so I can handle spicy. And I don't know how much you put in that
I put
bottle.
a dozen of them in there.
A dozen, something fucking crazy. That was like a gasoline, man.
I was in a dozen.
I love it. I like it because I remember the faces of everyone. I remember Tony has his watch start beeping. Rob had to go to the bathroom. But I handle it because
it was. I'm trying to think how many was it. Was it 6 peppers, 6 Carolina Reapers, or a dozen?
I don't know. You put something crazy.
But there's one I have right now that I did like a couple 2-3 years ago with that bottle of bourbon. It's a bottle of vodka, and there's I think 12 peach Carolina Reapers, and the peppers are still in it.
Jesus Christ.
So,
did you try that?
No, I didn't even open it yet. So it's funny because, vodka's clear.
Yeah.
But this is like it's got a yellow tint to it now. So I don't know what that's going to be like. But
you're going to kill someone.
I don't know. So Haley wants any vodka. Oh, my God. Unreal. Yeah, that was some spice. I still have some of that left.
All right, baby.
I'd do a shower with you, but like,
no. Well, I don't want to die. It's hot enough outside.
No kidding, man.
110 degrees.
See, I got my car to come home from work, and it was like 106 out or some shit. That's what it said inside the car.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Well, it's Texas. Welcome to hell.
That's the thing. It's like, people complain about it, but it's like, you know what? You live in Texas. You know what it's like. Yeah. So how are you going to complain?
No, I'm not complaining. I'm saying it's
I know a lot of people that do. They're like, "Oh, this weather's too hot." Why do you live here then?
I mean, people complain about everything.
No shit.
When it's
these
cold,
days.
complain. If it's hot, complain. If it's raining, complain. If it's a tornado, complain. I enjoy everything. I enjoy even a tornado. I was camping where the tornado hits the lake, and literally it was one of the most scary and excited experience in my life.
When you were living up in the lake, there's a tornado hit?
Yeah, we have a tornado warning, and my stupidity, I decided to stay. Everybody was leaving, and I said, I gotta stay. But because sometimes the tornado warnings are not very bad. It was bad. Means it ripped off my tent, everything get wet, and but
nothing touched down though, right?
No. It means
it was just windy.
It was the windy and the rain. It wasn't literally the tornado, but it was extremely windy and raining. But it was a crazy experience because it hit at night. So I was sleeping naked with my lantern on my head, and I have to go out and I say, I hope no one is watching me naked with a lantern trying to fix the tent. And it was like the lightning and the thunder, and it was like a scare but a sighting at the same time, like a 300 movie. Yeah. So, but I made it.
Oh, God. I kind of lived through a tornado when I was a kid. It was really weird. Where I live in Connecticut, you get hurricanes up there, but you don't get tornadoes.
Okay.
And one day I'm looking out my front door, and I just see the wind is just blowing crazy hard. I must have been maybe, 14 or something. It was like crazy hard, like hurricane winds. And I was like, what the hell's going on, right? Come to find out, a tornado hit at the top of the street and went all the way down. It tore like a tree out of our yard, just like uprooted, uplifted it, and it fell, and it just, it was a major big tree. and it fell, and it just missed our house by like 3 feet. So anyway, so the local newspaper came out and took a picture of the tree, and all the kids were standing on it and stuff because it was like a big deal.
No, of course.
Yeah, because you never, it's sort of like having a tornado like hit like Canada or something, something really crazy like that.
Well, Texas is tough. Texas is rough.
Texas is all sorts of crazy weather here.
I mean, you need to be tough to live in Texas. That's the reality. And means I was living in California and visited a lot of cities and a lot of states here in the U.S. But I really like Texas. I really like Texas in many ways, and I think Texas is like a boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
If you came here with love and respect, you will have that back.
Yeah.
But if you came here looking for troubles, you will find them for sure.
You'll find trouble anywhere these days. Man, I'll tell you what.
But I like Texas proud. I like the Texas pride. I like the culture. I like the food. I like the music, and I love the people. I was treated very well in this state. Very well.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the one thing I found out about Austin when I moved here. It's been like I said, it's been 30 years now. It feels like yesterday, but it's just how nice everybody is.
Yeah.
Everybody's very friendly, when you're up north, you ask for directions. Hey, go fuck your mother,
Yeah. Well, I live in LA. It was totally the opposite. And don't get me wrong, I still have great friends there.
Yeah.
Part of my band, and I have a good time there. But the vibe is totally the opposite. Totally the opposite.
Well, I mean, like Los Angeles is a total different animal now, right?
Yeah.
It's like I think because it's the music scene is
it's going down.
Everybody's moving out of there.
Means the music scene is still LA. It was the rock capital of the world,
right? Right.
So billions and great bands came 60s, 70s, and 80s. And they was during 30 years.
Yeah.
And this is still that vibe, but the music thing is not going well, and they don't treat the musicians well. They don't pay. Means it's not a friendly and easy city.
I think that's in a lot of cities, though, when it comes to the pay part. Because, I mean, even Austin, people complain about it all the time.
Yes, but that's true. But even like that is not even close to LA.
Oh, really? Well, it's a lot of pay-to-play stuff in LA, right? Is that still like pay-to-play stuff or no?
Yes, there's still.
Oh, really?
You have to sell tickets ahead, or you have to pay for playing, and they don't treat you, if you are a number, they don't treat you kind of well. And I play at a Whiskey a Go-Go on a Saturday night, opening for Dixie Reed, Guns N' Roses member, and I had a great time. And I play in the Canyon Club. That I love that club, and they pay me, and it was it's one of my favorite clubs ever. So I'm not talking about my own experience. That it was kind of good, my own experience. But I have to tell that it's not the vibe that we have here or national.
Oh yeah, Austin's a whole different kind of animal. It really is.
Yes.
Because I mean, hook me up here.
Oh, now we're talking, baby.
The bull's in the house. I gotta drink some of this Pinot Noir that I have here before he kills it all. Might as well just kill that whole bottle. Forget about it.
For the friendship and from the rock and roll.
There we go. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming back up, dude. Because I'll tell you, man, last night I was. You asked my girlfriend. I was pissed off when you left here yesterday.
Not because of me, because of the internet.
No, it's like I said. It's a major problem up here right now. So I'm glad we could fix it and you could come back up. And
I came back because I enjoyed being with you.
So I know L.A. Lloyd's over there going, man, what's up with Bobby going? What's up? I don't want to. He's considering coming up here doing the podcast. It's like, man, you can't get his shit together up there. I'm not going to do that.
No, L.A. Lloyd, we had an interview 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good guy. He's a good guy and a rock and roller. He had interviews with Metallica.
Oh, he's done everybody.
Aerosmith. So we have a very good interview on Lockhart at the Steve Collins Studios, and he talked about you too. He said,
then you come in this dump right here.
He would love to come. He said, "Hey, Bobby is doing a good job and supporting bands."
I know what his thing is. He's got the radio show, of course, but he's got his own podcast. He's got so much stuff going on that I tried getting him at one point, and it's not like I gave up. It was more like I think he's something to do with his kids. Like sports schedule or something like that. And I don't know. This is at the time when kind of KLBJ was going through that, the morning show got kind of rolled around. And then, I think, Beto went to the mornings and someone else took Beto's place and then did all this kind of stuff. So I don't even know where he's even at over at KLBJ these days when it comes to his schedule. But I'd still love to get him up here. I mean, because it would be great.
I need to talk with him this week because we're going to put the interview on social media outside.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell that because I believe you two guys.
We've talked. Yeah, we've talked.
Will be a great moment.
No, but just fun, because I've had Beto up here. Beto came up with Tony a couple of years back, and it was just. I don't think Beto was like. I don't think he was ready for it because we were just started talking a bunch of mad shit. And he was like kind of going. He's used to like terrestrial radio where they can't swear and stuff. And we're up here, fuck. Fuck.
No, LA is a rock and roller. It's a totally rock and roller.
No,
when we did the interview the other day, we were talking about that, but we were talking about more about friends. We have a Raymond McGlamery, friends in common.
Yeah.
He passed away January. Yeah. So we made a pact in his funeral. It wasn't a funeral. It was the celebration of life.
Yeah, celebration of life, yeah.
Beautiful, sweet and sour, obviously, event. And Raymond hooked us together, and Raymond asked LA and me to do something and help each other.
Yeah.
So we started doing it, and now we're going to keep doing it for him. And it was a beautiful ceremony, and it was a beautiful friendship, and so we're doing that. Obviously means we're talking about my album, and we're talking about a lot of things, but it's kind of tribute in a kind of way of Raymond too.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to probably reach out to him here pretty soon because it's weird with other like with radio guys and podcast guys because their schedules are all over the place. And he's got a family and kids and everything. So it's kind of tough for him to come up on certain days. And, it's a thing where, I'll bring him up any day, any time of the day, any time of the night. We go up 3:00 in the morning. I don't give a fuck.
I will let him know.
Hey, speaking of, man, you got a brand new video out.
Yeah.
And we've been rattling out about a bunch of nothing here. So, I mean, we need to start promoting your stuff.
All right. Let's do it.
We've been drinking wine and just rambling, you know what I mean? So, Dinero Primero.
Okay. So, Dinero
I know that dinero is like money, right?
Money. Primero is first. It means money first. But
money first, okay.
It's not a materialistic song. You know me, I'm not a materialistic guy.
No.
Indeed, I enjoy life. The best things in life are free. You remember that song?
Uh-huh.
And but I'm trying to claim the reward of the hard-working musicians that we work a lot. And when I mean a lot, it means 18, 20 hours a day.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
So, and the payment are very low. And we love the road. We love the rock and roll. We love the struggle because it's necessary for the music. But you hit a point that, okay, what is my money reward to?
Right.
Means, so that was the meaning of the song. It came up with, I had a road manager. His name is Lyle, and we were touring in a biker events. So I hired him. He's a tough guy. I hired him as a road manager. And I told him, man, the only thing that I need from you is take the money first before we hit the stage. Take the fucking money first.
Get the money.
And don't forget. So and he kept a little piece. So I know. And he speaks English, but he's saying in Spanish. I know, dinero primero. But he said with a very American accent. I have a very Spanish accent. So
that's where it came from?
We're laughing, and I wrote the song with that idea.
Yeah.
And the video is, I want to portray that Texas 70s look.
Yeah.
And we film it in a Texas ranch with Suzanne Penley and David Vincent from Morbid Angel, and also I Am Morbid. So they allowed me to film in that ranch.
Nice, man.
And I love them. They are very good friends of mine, and the ranch is fantastic. We have the Longhorns, the Pontiacs, we have the Texas Attitude, and we have the Dinero Primero.
There we go. Let's hit it.
Hey, big boy, today's your day. It's time to go. You follow me.
Dinero primero. Dinero primero. Dinero primero. Dinero primero.
Wake up, it's Fish Friday. Got tartar sauce.
Continue it.
Oh boy.
Yes, because Steve, the director, he's doing TV show pilot called Deep Texas. So he likes the El Toro, the role that I'm playing.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe we're gonna break the jail and have a second part of this.
There you go.
We'll leave it to be continued. And Deborah, this is the woman doing the prison guard. She really nailed it, and she works in that jail, by the way.
That's a real jail?
It's a real jail. Well, now
it's still open?
No, it is. That jail is in Lavaca County, and is Hallisville.
Okay,
is the town. So it was open in the 1870.
1870, huh?
And then. Wow. 1850 or 1870. So they have the upstairs is like 120, 30 years old. It's super unbelievable. And they have that side that's from the 70s, from the 1970s. And so they closed the jail in 2005.
They had it open that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
But the jail is still open for, well, looks like that the jail is haunted. No, I'm talking serious. It's one of the most haunted places in the world.
There's a jail in Connecticut that supposedly is haunted. I remember going there on a field trip when I was a kid, and they have some of the cells that haven't been touched since like the 1800s and stuff. It was the craziest thing ever. I don't remember what it was called or where it was, but I remember going there as a kid, and it was like a haunted jail, almost like Alcatraz in a weird way, you know.
Well, this place is famous all around the world. It's in the World Guinness and for paranormal activity. So when we left the filming, there was a bunch of people coming for filming and staying the night there. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is true. Steve, the director, and me, we were preparing all the cameras and microphones and everything on that cell. So the girls, they were dressing up like very far from us. in another part of the jail, then a small apartment. So suddenly we were in that jail, the 70s jail, not the 1800s.
Right.
Because 1800s looks like very old for the 70s movie. So we use a real 70s, 70s jail. It has half of the jail was females and half the other half was males. So we were in the very close to the females.
The co-ed jail.
Yeah. And then we heard, I'm talking serious. I'm not
Okay.
joking. We heard a female voice, help! And then Steve said, and Steve said, what the fuck?
I got to go.
You hear that, bull? Yeah. But do you hear, what do you hear?
Was it clear?
Very clear.
It was very clear.
And they say it was a woman screaming, help.
Oh,
and he said, he freaked out. Means I was expecting something because I was living in Mexico. I experienced those things before.
Yeah.
But he was totally freaked out. So he was, how this happened is we were looking for the girls. The girls were in other part of the jail.
Yeah.
So we start filming, and Steve was doing this all the time with his neck all the time. And he say, hey, man, I feel, can you cut the air conditioner? I feel breathing of my...
That's what they say. A lot of times when places are haunted, you'll feel like
breathing.
Breathing or like cold air on your neck.
Yes. And then Deborah say, we don't have air conditioner here, honey.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So there was...
like a draft kind of a thing.
Yes. The jail is unbelievable. It's fantastic. It's open to visit.
But hey, for a $1,000, would you spend it like overnight in there?
Man, it was tough. I mean,
in a bed, sleep inside there.
You can imagine. I put picture on Facebook about the upstairs, the 1800s, and the gates means the jails wasn't like bars. It was like squares. Mm-hmm. They made it in a way that you cannot look for both eyes.
Oh, really?
So you can only watch with one eye. So it was very claustrophobic and very dense. They paint off the windows on black.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was super dense. And then the sheriff used to live there.
Mm-hmm.
So he has his bedroom and his office, and you can visit it.
Yeah.
And we were checking out the books,
mm-hmm.
and 23 people were hung.
Oh,
there.
shit. Yeah, that'll do it.
And burying, I'm writing a song about it. I don't want to tell you because now they're going to copy my idea, but
no.
They buried them facing down.
Ooh.
So that way they could see hell.
Damn.
So they say, I need to write a song about it.
Was that in a coffin? They put their face down in a coffin?
Yeah, but no coffin.
Just
there was a small town justice. It was like
no coffin.
No coffin, anything. They hung them, and some of them was official, some of them was unofficial. There's no trial, like Pam, and then buried
face down.
Good
Lord, man.
You know, it's the deep Texas in the 100 years ago. Means Texas, it was tough. So those some of them are in the record, some of them are not. So those people, they were telling us those stories. So I came home very excited about the experience and about the video, and then I'm start writing a new song.
But I mean, I'll tell you what, man. You know, buried face down. That's a hook me up. You want to hook me up?
Of course.
That's good. There you go. That's probably gonna be it. Fucking polish that bottle off.
Burning facing down. Yeah. Now, that was means.
No, what I'm saying is for a song, that's a pretty cool topic for a song. You know.
So we were thinking in doing a Western.
It's like Sons of Anarchy kind of shit.
Yeah, but we want to go more Western, more Texan. We're going to do a Western video, but we don't know if we're going to use it for the One Life, One Chance, or we're going to use it for the new song.
Yeah,
we're going to have the whole trilogy with this album, and we will see about that one.
This house is haunted. You know that, right?
Sorry?
So this house is haunted.
I believe it. Means if you tell me, I believe it.
Crazy. You know, the weird thing about it is there's been people that have... I bought this place new about a little over 20 years ago. A couple of people that have lived here with me have passed away. Guests that have been on the podcast have passed away. Well, I mean, you know, but it's not... You know, my father passed away. His ashes are still here.
Yeah, a lot of
But just... weird stuff. I'll show you some, like, what I mean by weird. I was in the just watch this. I was in the kitchen one day, right? And I was doing dishes, and I had a shot glass. It was like maybe 3 feet away from me. It went like this. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? So I move it back, and it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Stuff like that. I'll hear like doors closing and stuff.
No, it means I totally believe in those.
But the weird thing about it is with me, and people are like, oh, what this guy, he's losing his mind on his podcast tonight. But no, I mean, honestly though, with me, I'm not afraid of it. So, because there's a lot of people that freak out when they hear a door close or they hear, man, I'll see like in my peripherals, I'll see someone walk by me or something like that. I see that all the time in this house.
Means yes and no. Means most of the time I'm not afraid, but I live in Mexico in a haunted place.
Yeah.
I don't care if the people believe it or not. I do. And it was a bad spirit. It was a bad juju. And
yeah, that's the worst.
It was a different experience. So people laugh when I tell about it, but I don't care. So here when we came to the jail, and it's one of the most haunted places in the world. Means it's in the Guinness, and there are people all around the world coming to that place. So
people are probably flocking to that.
Yeah,
I know someone that would probably, fly there or whatever to go see this place.
The place is unbelievable. The vibe, the energy, and Deborah, Lisa, they are the girls that are running the jail, are fantastic hosts, and they can tell you stories that, wow.
Yeah, but with me personally, it's like a thing. I don't like. I'm not saying I welcome it, but I think with me, it's more of a thing where I'm not afraid of it. So if something happens, I don't because I know a lot of people, they freak out. I'm the kind of person that goes, oh, my girlfriend will see stuff in the house, and she's like, oh my God, I'm like, it is what it is. I mean, I kind of worry about it. No one's hurting anybody. If there's a couple, you got to realize, first of all, with, people that have lived here, ex-girlfriends or whatever, I think one passed away, R.I.P. But, guests have been the podcasts,
Well, you have the same girlfriend that I know?
No, yeah, I still have the same girlfriend, yeah. Now.
Oh, okay.
no, this is like back 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah, okay, got it.
But, it could be any one of those people. And I mean, there's been people that, out of 450 episodes, there's going to be people that are going to pass away from time to time. I don't know if it's a happy place for them, or if it's, what I mean, it's just a place to hang out, or
vortex. Some places they have that energy, and some people attract that energy or not. I can't believe we're talking about ghosts.
What the hell else we talking about? Bigfoot? Let's talk about Bigfoot.
I'm a Bigfoot in the forest.
That's what I'm telling you, man.
With my lantern, naked in a tornado.
That's what's great about this podcast. We could just talk about anything we want to talk about, and get your music out there. Speaking of, man, we have another. What are we doing for time? Hour and a half. Okay, so we have one more song on the new EP.
Oh, yeah.
This Veil.
This Veil. I have to name a guy, a friend of mine called Steve, that he's one of my neighbor's campers. So when I went to Georgetown Lake for camping, my friend Steve was camping in the campsite 24. I was in the 25th and 26th all the time. So I started writing this song about the veil. So the veil is talking about the struggling. It's talking about the suffering. It's talking about the cycling moments that you are in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So in that moment, I was struggling because I couldn't play. I couldn't come back to my country. I couldn't do anything. So
right.
And Veil is talking about the masks, but I didn't want to name the masks.
Yeah.
And I want to put it in the way that if you listen to this song 10 years ahead, you can still relate. It could be a woman or a man being abused. It could be someone struggling with because he's sick. It could be a financial situation.
Right.
It could be a rock and roller trying to, when this is going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
That's the title, is this veil, how long this veil is going to last. So the song is a little bit out of my style. I mean, it's still rock,
mm-hmm.
but it has a kind of little pop style in the lyrics, kind of Chris Isaac, Roy Orbison in the verse, which I love both.
Well, that's good because you want to put out different kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You want to be nailed down to one little genre and one little type of song. You know what I mean? You want to be kind of multi what's the term I'm looking for?
Yeah, like I have a lot of influence.
Yeah.
And I have rock and country and blues.
Right.
Not a lot of pop, but pop in a way that Roy Orbison or Chris Isaak, that they still have a lot of vintage 50s vibe. So that song came out with that, but the chorus is more rocker. I do more powerful vocals.
Yeah.
And then we recorded and it came out pretty well. This Veil is the name of the song, and it's talking about the struggling. And we have that Blade Runner.
The video's coming out.
And you say, what does it mean Blade Runner was struggling? There is a kind of sadness in you saw Blade Runner with the replicants and everything. It's not a copycat of Blade Runner, but it's going to be the second single, and the third single could be One Life, One Chance.
Mm-hmm. You want to hit the song?
Of course.
This Veil.
Getting easy to walk through in the light, cause the demons of a scam and I could see the ashes of tomorrow falling down on every one of us. I was saying back to the thinker's prison when I told the blind to realize my vision. How long is this gonna last? How long? How long is this gonna last? How long? For the sick and greedy world, you're the painter. For those still awake, and put some color on the magic tree. Put some color so I can go to sleep. How long this time is gonna last? How long? How long this time is gonna last?
There it is.
There it is. So I have to name two people from this song. Steve, that I named him at the beginning, because he came with the title. He was camping with me. He's a camper. He's 70 years old with his dog, Bella. I say, Bull, what are you doing? I'm writing this song. He was a witness that I record all these with hand recorder. I need to make it.
You did every song on the EP, which is like 3 songs. You did them all with the hand recorder?
Yes, all the hand recorders and that camping.
That's crazy.
And he was there. He was a witness. He was looking at me like, I can't believe.
I guarantee you, if you sent something to Zoom and told them how you did it and what you recorded with it, you would get a fucking front page ad on in one of their publications or something.
That's a good idea.
I'm serious, because I use all Zoom stuff. I got their board, their headphone amplifier, the recorder. I use a bunch of Zoom stuff. I think their stuff is great.
It is.
And if you go on to their webpage with all their products and whatever else, they have certain people on there talking about, what they use their Zoom equipment for. So if you if you sent them, the EP and told them how you did it, they would be all over that.
And this EP is going everywhere. It's in the news.
That's what I'm saying.
It's in the Spotify. It means it's in going. Today I have an interview with LA Magazine. They told me the album sounds killer. The songs are unique.
Yeah.
And it was with a Zoom. So coming back to the Steve was there.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. No, and I love the input because I will talk with you.
I'm serious.
No, it's a good input.
I'm trying to get a deal with them, so.
Yeah.
They want nothing to do with me, though.
Yeah. So Steve was the guy that and I was with my guitar and doing the chords and say, I don't want to name the mask. And he say, why do you say the veil? I say, I love it. So I use the veil.
Sounds all better, yeah.
And my favorite part of the song is when there is a part that I'm dating in a long distance a girl called Jenny. That she's the one, the actress on Till Death Do Us Part, Hasta que la muerte nos separe.
Okay.
That's a very special video for me and a very special song that I wrote it for her. So, and she's an actress, so she came in and did and she helped me to do the video, and we did it together. And it came out pretty well, Hasta que la muerte nos separe, that video.
Mm-hmm.
So she has 2 kids, and she told me that she was trying to paint the room to make the room more beautiful for them.
Right.
So she painted a tree, and they call it a magic tree.
Oh, nice.
But the tree, a huge tree, takes a lot of time to paint.
Right.
So at the beginning was only the branches and the log. So it looked like a Halloween tree. It was like a
hey, whatever works, right?
A scary tree. So her one, Cassandra is the name, her kid, came to her and say, Mom, can you put some color on the magic tree? Because it looks scary. So the next day she put all the color. And that is the phrase that I say, we can play it later. I say, put some color on the magic tree. Put some color so I can go to sleep. So that phrase came for her kid. And I put it on the album.
Oh,
the
nice.
struggling of a mom, of the mother, a single mother, trying to make their kids happy and with just with the painting. So I think it was a beautiful part of the song, and I put it in the song. It's not my credit, their credit.
I got nothing else to say. Good night. It's a great story, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to do at least one shot with you.
Of course.
Of Iron Wolf Ranch and Distillery.
Yes.
And this is your favorite. This is the bourbon, right?
This is my favorite. The glasses are not very fancy, but the whiskey it is.
I didn't want to fill it all the way up to the top.
No.
I want to give you a shot. I want to, you driving out here all liquored up, and I feel bad,
All right.
There you go, brother.
Thank you.
Love you, man.
Love you too. Fantastic.
Booyah. Woo.
Fantastic, Glenn.
Yeah, there you go. I got to get one in, at least one, We're drinking wine tonight, so I don't want to leave them out. Ooh, hey now. So what do you got coming up, man? For you got any shows coming up or anything, or?
Well, Dean, the manager, he's working in a tour. So the album just came out, less than 1 week ago, like 5 days ago, and we are everywhere. We are in magazines, we are in the news.
You're doing a lot of press for this.
Yeah, thanks for the Paramount Records. They are doing all the publicists. Chip is a great publicist, and some of my contacts too, like you. Yeah.
Dude, you're like I said, you're like family. You can come up anytime you want. You just got to call me and say, "Hey, man, just to shoot the shit." I mean, you don't have to even come up here to like promote anything. You know what I mean?
I feel like family.
Seriously,
thank you, brother.
No, I mean, honestly, seriously, you're welcome anytime. You know, just like you just say, it's like, hey, man, I got a show. I want to come up and hang out. Come on up, man.
And that's an important thing because
it's an open door. It's an open door policy up here.
My family is in Spain, but I found a lot of good friends here. David Vincent, Suzanne, Rob Hinton, Cara, Elena, Alicia, Victor. Means I can name hours and hours and hours.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
The people that treat me like family here in Austin, Texas. Yeah. So I'm very grateful about it. So what we got going on, we're gonna be promoting Dinero Primero. Then we're gonna start promoting This Veil. We need to think about if we're gonna promote a third video and a third single. But definitely, we have a new merchandising store coming next week.
Oh, nice!
And Dean is working in a tour, and I have a very good thing that I want to name. I'm opening my own jewelry collection.
Get out of town!
Yep.
Look at that! That's beautiful, man.
So Matthew Herring, he's from Arkansas. He's a badass. Mm-hmm. And when I say badass, in a
he's
capital,
badass.
Jewelry designer.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a very smart guy and very rock and roller and very. So we hooked together and we talk about. I was thinking about this 2 years ago, and then he showed up and we hooked together, and he's designing jewelry about my life and about my story and about my songs. Means, for example, Hammer of Nail that we can play later. One of my favorite songs and one of.
I got it queued up. It's right here.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. It's right here.
Oh, yeah. So he created a Hammer of Nail jewelry.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that. We have the Victory Cross. This is my tattoo that I have here. That is the victory. This is the cross that we have in our flag in Asturias, my estate in Spain.
Okay.
We have this bolo tie. There's a Rosarita. It's a jewelry from Mexico. It's a stone from Mexico. Actually, it's a crystal that it become to be red. And we have bracelets. We have a lot of biker, rock and roll, country jewelry, and also his page. He means his own collection. So I'm doing my own collection through him, and we're gonna put it out in about 1 month. Well, how cool is to have a jewelry from one of your sons?
That's pretty cool. I never even heard of that before.
That man, we're doing things that nobody did before.
That's the thing. You got to think outside of the box.
Yeah,
that's very important these days because everybody. I'm not saying everybody's doing the same thing, but there's so much stuff going on that
it's difficult to.
It's difficult to be different and to be, an individual these days. It really is. Even with this, I mean, it's tough. It's tough to stay relevant. You know what I mean?
The way is the story behind.
Yeah.
If you have a story behind a song, like recorded in a picnic table, if you have a story behind the bull on the cover, if you have a story behind a jewelry, like the Hammer of Nail or the Victory Cross, or if you have a story that make the thing real, that's what is making relevant and is what making real. Because we need more real things in these days. Where everything is about digital, long-distance relationships, cyber sex, forensic sex, lockdown, concerts, live stream concerts, Amazon, means even Spotify. That I love Spotify. I have my music there, but I miss this. I still going to the Waterloo Records and buy my vinyl.
I love going to record stores. I haven't done it in a while.
So we need those real things, and what it making real is the story behind. What make real a jewelry is the story behind the jewelry. What make real a song is the story behind. What make it real a picture is the story behind.
Right.
What make it real even a wine of a whiskey is the experience that you had with your friends with that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to means that's my story, and that's what I'm trying to share with the world.
That's cool. You got your own jewelry. I've never even heard. I don't think I've heard of anybody. I've heard of bands having their logos on. I remember an old Van Halen changed like that or something like that. But
CC Top has the key.
No, they're still selling that, right?
But it's a pretty cool thing that, and we're gonna have a Western shirts too. Means
very cool.
And I'm very grateful to be hooked with these fantastic people like Matthew Herring and my manager Dean Sweat and my guitar player and the producer. Means everything is about team. Means it's not every time about you. It's every time about Steve Collins, the director, the people that were in the video. So team up with the right people is the key.
That's why I tell people when they come up here, man, this is your episode. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. Just pimp whatever you got, play whatever you want. Let's watch some videos that you have. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. And speaking of hammer or nail.
Hammer of nail.
Let's hit it right now. You know what? Hold on a second.
All right.
You know what? I got it on mute.
We need to return the modem.
Here we go, baby.
Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? When the answer becomes the questions, when the shelter turns to yell, when walking hard didn't work to win, and the closest things are beyond the reach. Ask yourself, are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Your strongest form hit your weakest part. The fire sign didn't warm you up. You're moving forward or you're rushing your end. Bang and ecstasy go hand in hand. Ask yourself, are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? Cuando el corazón no te hable y solo escuches la razón, cuando ya no mires de frente, pregúntate. Are you the hammer? Are you the nail? 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 I am the hammer.
There it is.
And indeed, that part when I say at the end, I am the hammer. L.A. Lloyd was at the studio with Rob Hinton and Mexar Recording Studios when I was recording this song. He was helping us and giving some inputs, and he said, hey, Bull, what about at the end you say, I am the hammer? And that was his idea.
Nice.
And with this song is weird. The first time that I saw a band covering one of my songs was here in Austin. I went to Saxon Pub.
Oh, wow.
And they say, hey, Bull, we playing your song. What song? Hammer of Nail. You know the song?
Have you played Saxon yet?
I never played in Saxon.
Why not?
I think Saxon is not as hard rock.
Let me tell you something. They're starting to bring that in there now.
The hard rock music?
Yeah.
I love Saxon Pub. He's
one
of my favorite places.
I honestly, let me talk to some people because I know a few people that could maybe kind of roll you in there because I think you'd be perfect in there.
Every time that I was in Saxon was more bluesy or country or folk.
That sounded kind of messed up. I'll talk to some people, but no. About, I know Madam Radar plays there, Kelly Green and AJ Vallejo, and, with Brody Lane and stuff, and Love and Chaos. I mean, I think you guys would roll in perfectly with them.
Means I play in Saxon as a guest.
Yeah, yeah.
2 or 3 times that
it's
they invited
me
place.
It's a great place.
And indeed, the bands that were playing Hammer of Nail. So the band knew my song, and they say, "Can you play Hammer of Nail with us?" But I wrote the song. I believe I can.
Yeah.
But I never played with the Bull and the Búfalos, or Bull and Búfalos there. Most of the time I play Come On Take It. I used to play in Dairy Dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing too much in Austin. I love Austin in many ways, but I don't think Austin is a very rock city. San Antonio, Dallas, and Houston, they have more rock than we have here.
Well, there's a lot of but you have to kind of look outside of Austin because there's like this big scene that's kind of popping up on the outskirts. You have Georgetown, you have
Pflugerville,
Hutto, Round Rock, Fredericksburg. You got all these towns around that, man, would love to have you.
Today I was talking with the guy that is running our Spotify campaign.
Mm-hmm.
So how are the stats going? And they say, well, they are going well. In the top 5 cities, there are people listening my music. There are Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. Between the top 5, there is LA and also San Francisco, which makes sense because I was living there. But in the top 5 is Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio. So I was searching for Austin.
You look at but I think the thing with Austin is...
so up in number 49.
Really?
Can you believe that?
I think, well, because I'm going to honestly tell you something, because don't get mad. I see a lot of other people, like, not to say on Spotify lists, but just lists. And you guys, like, are, you're there, but you're like way at the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's more of a thing because you don't play a whole hell of a lot, or if it's a thing where your music's not out there. You need to start getting on some bills, man. You know what I mean?
We are in a lot of playlists, but most of the playlists are hard rock and rock and roll.
Yeah.
Our audience is not in Austin.
Yeah.
Even if I love Austin and I know a lot of people.
You would fit in perfect with a lot of acts in this town to do bills with, just to sit in bills. But I don't know how often you want to play or whatever. You know what I mean? It's that kind of a thing. Because I know how you work your thing. You know what I mean?
Means I don't want to overplay.
Exactly. Yeah. Overplaying is not a good thing either. But I think when it comes to Austin, I think a lot of people are overplaying because they're trying to make a living.
No, it's not nothing wrong. I really respect every musician's strategy. I respect musicians because I know how hard it is to play.
It's really hard.
I know. Believe me, in my bones. I came from 5,000 miles from here.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is to make a living of music.
Right.
And so I respect everyone. So I promote and I support them. I go to their gigs and I have a different strategy than other people. I'm not criticizing people that overplay.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's their strategy and it's okay. And they're trying to make a living, but I'm trying to make a living too. But I do a different strategy, and I really believe to overplay it, under my opinion and under my style of music,
right,
is a mistake. Overplaying in the same city.
Yeah.
In the same
I totally 100% understand it. My thing is, I think, these days, the way that the business, is set up, that there's no rules anymore. No one really knows what to do. They don't want to oversaturate everything, play all the time and make people bored of them. But then again, it's like, okay, if I only play once a month, people are going to forget us, but if I play but everybody's got a different like opinion on this, you know what I mean? And I'm kind of like in the middle. It's like if you play every week, it's kind of a thing. If you're an original band, if you play every week, it's a thing where, people look at, okay, they got a Facebook invite, but, okay, well, he's playing over here, but next Friday he's playing over there, so I can go see him next Friday. You know what I mean? It's not like an event kind of a thing, because back in the old days, the way that I'm saying, when I was playing back in the, the middle 90s, this is going back a long time, but where you would play one town a month. So the way that we did it was, okay, the first week we play Austin, second week San Antonio, third week Houston, fourth week Dallas, fifth week El Paso, and then you come back around and you go
and
then you would go back up through the circuit. You know what I mean? But things have changed. It's a whole different animal now.
You think about Sunset Boulevard in the 80s with Whiskey A Go Go. Yes, the bands or New York with Ramones and CBGB means they were playing every night, but it was a different scene. Means people in the 80s in Sunset Boulevard, they were
out every night,
craving and claiming out every night for looking for original rock and roll.
Oh yeah, big time,
So they would appreciate that those bands, the Doors and those are before 70s, 60s, and they were appreciating that the Motley Crue, they was playing every night,
and Warren and all those guys,
on the CBGB's Ramones, they were playing there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now we don't live in that era.
I think everybody's trying to figure out what the formula is, and no one can figure out what it is.
There is not a formula, because if we know the formula, we will take it.
Right, but everybody's got, like, when it comes to like releasing music, right? You have people that release singles. You have people that release EPs. Yep. You have people that release albums. You have people. I had a guy up here that released a double album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's not like any kind of secret sauce to how to do it anymore.
I'm agree, but there is no secret. There's the only thing that makes
whatever works.
Keep it real.
Keep it real, exactly.
Keep it real. Keep it. Whatever you're doing, keep it real.
Yeah.
So it is not that I love to play. I would like to play every single night, but that I don't think is the way for a regional rock band.
You want to be one of the few, not one of the many.
It is. You can play. Means the most. That's a great phrase, but the most famous restaurant in the world is McDonald's.
Yeah,
and it's in every country in the world. But the most famous chefs in the world are from Spain. So what you want to be?
Come on now.
You want to be a McDonald's, or you want to be a badass chef from Spain?
Oh,
so I decided to be a badass chef from Spain.
Italy, come on.
Oh, they will like, but that's not as good as
that's
us.
Fucked up, man. Come on.
They only
you trying to say there's no good chefs from Italy?
I love Italy.
I'm just messing with you.
And I love Italian food, but it's not as good as Spain.
I love heat. You know me, I love heat. I'm a heat guy. I'm a heat guy. You know I love heat.
What do you mean heat?
Peppers.
Oh, peppers.
Spicy peppers.
Well, Italian, they have some peppers, but it's not like it's not the most spicy food in the world.
Well, you know that Carolina Reaper thing that I grow? That's not a natural pepper. That's a hybrid.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think they crossed a habanero with a jalapeno or some crazy shit. And that's
crazy.
Yeah. I still got some of that bourbon.
I like heat too, but Spain is not a very heat food, or Italy, a little bit, but Mexico, Thailand, Chinese. Those
fucking Thai food's pretty hot too. Woo, hey now, let's do another song.
Yeah, okay.
What do you want to do? I have the Animal album pulled up. So
okay, so that's my favorite song that I ever wrote. It is. Dinero Primero is very close, the last one, but my favorite song that I ever wrote is Road Less Traveled, and I wrote it with Yayo Sanchez, the Kiss guy. And,
oh, shit!
Yeah, we wrote that song together. I wrote all the lyrics, all the melody, and part of the riffs, and he nailed the guitars. So it's the first song that I wrote in English. It's the first song that I wrote here in the United States. And he's talking about my trip. He's talking about my roots. He's talking about my struggle. And he's talking about what I do. I always take the rollers travel. I don't take the easy way. So I believe that song deserves.
What is he up to these days?
Yayo?
Yeah, Yayo. Last I heard, he was recorded a record with Greg Rowley from Journey.
Who knows? Yayo is in so many things at the same time. I mean, he's so fucking talented.
Oh, I know.
And means
he's a great drummer too.
He is a great musician, great producer, great drummer, great guitar player. The last time, and he's a good guy. It means the last time, very emotional, very passionate, maybe too much.
He came up here one time and he was just like, he's crazy.
He was like,
it was probably a couple months after the Foo Fighters thing, you know.
Yeah,
when
he
went
called,
up and did the Foo Fighters thing.
We were talking about that, Yayo and me. And I told him, first thing, man, get a lawyer.
For what?
Because people, after the Foo Fighters things happened, we were talking about.
Yeah.
I said, man, he told me, what do you think? He said, get a lawyer. Because a lot of managers, record labels, and people are gonna call you. So first thing, get a lawyer. And he told me, there's a lot of vampires calling me for the reason you need a lawyer.
Yeah, he was telling me when he came up here, he came up with Omar Vallejo, and he was saying something about, he goes, for the first couple of months afterwards, he really couldn't go anywhere. Every time he went out, he was recognized or whatever. I mean, he's like, he's pretty recognizable,
Of course.
And he's a great, I mean, I really don't know him that well. But every time I see him, he's super excited.
He's super hyped all the time. He is a high energy guy.
Yeah, and he's a great guitar player. He's a great drummer. They had a band called, I think it was called the Brown Kids.
The Brown Kids, a great band.
Yeah, it was him and his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend.
Girlfriend in that time, who knows?
Yeah, she was like playing guitar and singing, and he was playing drums.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, dude, this dude's a slamming drummer, man.
No, he's badass. He has a natural talent, and he's a hard worker. He has that natural talent, and he's a hard worker, and I love him. And so I was so lucky that the first guy that I met here in Austin was him, and we wrote this song together, and we were recording in a trailer, and then we recorded at a French Smith studio for the second time. The demo we did in a trailer. And it came out pretty well, and I mean, I love Yayo. He's
he's a great
rock
dude.
And roll natural force.
Yeah, big time. So anyways, road less traveled.
Yeah.
Bam.
I think we need.
Well, I was born on a cross river, Asturias, northern Spain. In a small but tough town, still unconquered land. I could have followed the current, but I took the road less traveled. Yeah! See llegar hasta aquí. Dejé todo detrás. Puede que no sea el dueño de mucho, pero soy el dueño de mi vida. Oye, amigo, is life on never ending battle? Oye, amigo, when you take the road less traveled. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Oye, amigo, I could be living any life. Oye, amigo, I'm glad how I did it. Whoa, yeah, yeah. Whoa, yeah, yeah. The road less traveled.
There it is.
There it is.
The road less traveled.
I took the road of travel.
Fucking Yayo all over the place on that one.
He's badass. He did a great job, and we had a lot of fun doing it.
Where'd you record that at?
Sorry? We were in the French Smith at the Bubble Studios. So Yayo was working for Frenchy on those days. So he had a trailer.
All
So we did the cover, means the demo.
Right,
in the
right.
trailer.
Yeah, that's all, yeah. Yeah.
And then we talked with Frenchy. So there was Christmas time. So I couldn't come back home and then I say, hey, Yayo, would you want to do it on Christmas? Yeah. You know, yeah, let's do it.
You don't give a fuck. Let's do it.
So we do it on Christmas.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, we
That's
recorded
crazy,
at the French Smith Bubble. So we do it, Yayo and me. And then we did a second version with Rob Mesa Recording Studios. So we have two versions about the same song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Killer.
All right.
Man, I'm getting fucking drunk. I don't know about you.
And I have to drive.
I know you got to drive, so I'm going to probably be chilling out here for a while.
Yeah, I'm not going to drive like that.
I'm so glad that, we were able to make this happen tonight because, like, last night, I was so pissed off. When I got out of here, I was cursing, I was screaming, kicking the walls. I was, like, so bummed out. But, my thing is, I always say, I said, technology is great when it works. And when it doesn't, it's all fucked up. So tonight we had a perfect night and everything was great. And,
I'm going to take an Uber and then...
You're going to take an
Uber? So thank you very much again for your support, for your friendship.
No problem, man, dude. Like I said, your family, anytime you want to come up here, you're good to go. You know what I mean? It's like just...
Let's cheers for that. For friendship.
There we go, brother. Love you.
For rock and roll and from Austin, Texas.
There we go.
Thank you.
Booyah! Want to play another song?
Let's play another song.
What do you want to do?
To finish these conversations...
Yo, there we go.
Because I believe you and me, we are vampires.
We are.
What about Vampire Walk?
Which one is that record?
It's an Animal, 2017.
Okay, let me go find that one first.
What about the live version? I like the live version.
Do we have the live version on here? Well,
in the live album, but anyway, the live version.
Hold on a second. Ooh, Vampire Walk, live in Texas. Is that the one?
Live in Texas.
Holy moly, Batman, here it comes. Vampire Walk, live in... Oh, was that this show?
That was show. You were there.
Was it over at Come and Take It Live?
Come and Take It Live.
I was that Pretty Red guitar. I was over there. I saw that one. Here it comes. Vampire Walk, live in Texas, over at Come and Take It Live. You know what? Hold on a second. Did I do the same thing?
Technology again?
Hold on a second. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Vampire Walk, live in Texas.
That's one of you screaming.
Good evening, Austin, Texas. They are the Búfalos. I am the bull. jacket. Making my moves. Don't see that crazy rocket. Showing up. The vampire walk. Everlasting love on eternity. I'm get on block. Yeah, I'm get on too. I wear the walk like a loose jacket. Making my moves. Don't see that crazy rocket. Showing love. The vampire walk. Is anybody there? Alright, vampires. I hate the light, I sleep all day and I hunt the night. I walk the streets looking for you, one tease to rise. I wear the wall like a loose jacket. Making the move, don't see that crazy rocket. Now. Oh yeah. The vampire walk. The vampire walk. The vampire walk. Oh, my vampire walk. The vampire walk. The vampire walk. The vampire walk. The vampire walk. Yeah. Blue, baby. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, there it is.
That was a good show.
That was a fucking good killer. That's a killer song, man. And a great show. I was there.
Yep. Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Here in the back, what? They probably cut me out.
Yeah.
Say, fuck that guy.
All right, brother.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Thank you very much for.
You have anything else you want to pimp or promote? Anything else?
Was just the same, like keeping real, enjoying your life, and we just living once. We have one life, one chance, and trying to keep it alive, helping yourself and helping to the others.
So if people want to come follow you, come find out what's going on with you, where do they go?
You have the website, bullylosbufalos.com.
Okay.
And also Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
You're everywhere.
We are in everywhere.
You're like me, like Jesus. You're everywhere.
we don't get to that point yet, but we're working hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna be posting all this stuff tomorrow because I usually do tonight, but I'm too fucking drunk. So I'm gonna tell you right now.
Don't worry. I will drink my water and I take an Uber.
Fucking bull over here got me all liquored up. So it's all
in the name of rock and roll.
It's all Bull's fault.
Oh yeah, all of this is my fault.
It's always your fault. I don't have the congestion. What do you call it? When it comes to liquor, I don't drink that much anymore. So
All right.
I'm on medication. I'm on heart fucking medication. You're fucking me all up over here.
I'm in a heart medication. and that was a song. That could be a song.
Heart medication and fucking high blood pressure medication. I'm all over the place with this shit. I go into surgery on the 7th over here.
I think we're telling too much. I don't
give a fuck. It don't matter to me. Hey, say fuck one time.
Oh, yeah, I said fuck a lot of times.
Did you say fuck one time? Come on.
Yeah, let's say fuck one time.
There you go. You got to make me feel better.
All right.
Problem is, I don't want to be the one over here cursing all the time. L.A. Lloyd's going to be watching you going, oh man, I don't want to go on that show. He's going, I'm going to need an Uber. I don't want to go up there and do an Uber.
All right. No, but maybe he needs an Uber.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. You've been doing great. You're all over. You're more places than Jesus these days. I mean, you're on TV. You're on radio. You're on all sorts of cool shit. And then you come up and do my little thing. So thank you so much.
This is not a little thing. This is a big thing.
But you know what I mean. I mean, it's not. I'm not broadcasting all over the world like everybody else. But I love you, and hopefully we'll get you a gig over at Iron Wolf Ranch Distillery. I got to get you up there, man.
Let's do the gig there. Let's talk with Glenn, but this time let's do it in rock and roll.
Yes, rock and roll. Okay, I got one more clip from Iron Wolf Ranch Distillery, and we are out of here. What do you got to say? Anything?
Yes, thank you. And now in Spanish, muchas gracias.
Okay, peace out, people. We'll see you on Thursday. Adios.